It is here. It's ISMOO versus OBABO in our match number 2 of day 3. Hagan and Yonghong being banned out there, say.
Yeah, interesting bans over there. So there's no Athena ban. Han is still open for both plays, but let's actually see if they're going to be focusing on Han, because Han is mostly a pick that you lock somewhere in slot 2, 3, maybe even 3 or 4. But we have an Athena locked in for OBABO, so he definitely wants to be doing that speed chase already. He does know that the Yonghong on ISMOO side is very fast. ISMOO's responding with a speed lead of his own, and now he's probably looking into a cigar. Okay, solid first few picks, and then just kind of testing the waters of how this draft is going to be looking like.
Let's see how OBABO responds. He's going to be taking a speed lead in for himself there with the Chandra and partnering it up with his... They're a favourite duo at the moment in Summoners War, say. Chandra and the Velajul.
Yeah, absolutely. But on the other side, we have a Gianna, which is also managing to stun right now, even if the enemy doesn't have any buffs. Very strong unit, however, into something that will outspeed you as an Athena, or something that can cleanse off things like a Velajul. It's still a difficult unit to draft it by itself. So let's see either what set it is on, Fire or Swift, could be either of those. Plus, what is he going to pair it with? Because he's not too sure with his draft. He's going for a Julian, very strong unit as well. But is it in the right draft? Because I feel like it's more of a draft of like individual good units rather than a cohesive draft that works well together, which I see a little bit more on the side of OBABO in this case.
Yeah, let's see how OBABO has cooked up this draft to face off against ISMOO then, bringing that single target damage from Julian. Is he going to respond with an anti-revive unit potentially, or is there another way around it with the pushbacks? Or maybe let's just snipe something out of there.
I'm definitely liking those two units. And the snipe is also hard countered by that Nana, so there's definitely going to be a revive either or way. But an Oliver into a Julian in general is a very strong opener right there to actually just push it back, because you can't really see it, but you can push it back constantly. So let's see if he locks in the Nana, decides against it, takes it away, goes for a Fire Monkey. I think a Fire Monkey might be slightly better fitting over here, yeah.
Let's see if he locks it in then. Seeing 2 wind units on the side of OBABO, so locking in some damage coming in from the Meihuan. Sonya being banned out, Vanessa being banned out. Very fast on the bans there as well. They knew what they wanted to do. Speed lead and the defense lead coming in for ISMOO and OBABO. It's our Europe preliminary lower round 1, match 2 between ISMOO and OBABO. Who will be taking that first point and maybe some momentum, as Etna is going to be going first, cycling through and getting that skill 3.
Getting that skill 3, you have to go for Strip where you get immunity right now. Does go for the Gianna, does manage to stun it even though it was above 50%, so that is definitely good for OBABO to see. Next turn is going to go to that Velajul, so let's see what you can do from Velajul. But there's some great damage always coming from those Julians.
Yeah, 8.2k hits coming in there right now. Can look to defend with the Chandra and provide some slows around. Going for the Strip to try get Cigar, but it didn't work off there.
Didn't work off there, but at least you can push back and increase the cooltime on that Gianna. Now is the big question, where is the first damage target gonna go into? Is it still going to be that Athena? It is going to be that Athena, so the Monkey can hopefully take it out. But Oliver has a little bit something to say about it. Plus the Chandra also managed to stun that Cigar over here.
Resisted, so he's got defense break. Can he take out that Etna? Not quite yet. Maybe some healing coming in from Velajul.
Some healing coming in, but we also have just a little bit more chip damage coming in. Athena will probably be leaving the battlefield after this skill 1, most likely armor break skill 1, even if a double miscrit would still do enough damage. But we're also trading 1 for 1 that Gianna's leaving the battlefield very soon.
Yeah, she is, Oliver. With that skill 1, it is going to be enough, but can Monkey get online for some Monkey business here? Say, with a defense break and provoke, he might.
Yeah, but where would you land the provoke? Because you kind of want to do it on the Chandra, so you don't see another defense going through that Oliver. But if you do it on the Oliver right now, at least you don't have Oliver cycling for a little bit, but manages to only land the armor break, which is going to be gone very soon.
It is. He's got that skill 1, doing a bit more damage. Can Oliver look to get control of the field of ISMOO right now? Obviously, that Monkey's going to be tough.
Monkey's going to be tough, but at least you can control quite a bit, and there's an additional turn. Do you go for the Monkey in this case? No, still goes back to the Cigar, managing to decrease the Cigar for a lot of cooldown right now.
Oh, nice additional turn there. Put some more immunity. Oliver is back online again. Do you have to go for the Monkey this time, though?
I think you can leave the Monkey and just still go for the Julian, because you're going to get a defense pretty soon. That was actually a resist on the cooltime increase. So the Oliver is just going to have a skill 3, and then he's going to have a little bit of downtime on his skill.
He is. He can throw up that defend now onto the Oliver to protect him a little bit longer. Skill 1, some crit damage coming through potentially. Can you kill the Cigar?
I think if you go crit damage 4 on the Chandra, which we have seen very dominantly right now, 7k, maybe not 4 on crit damage, maybe a high HP one, but this skill would definitely take out enough. Actually decides against it, wants the Oliver to take down the kill and already set up the armor break on the Monkey over here. Oliver once again taking an additional turn. It will remove his own immunity, so it can't be stunned at a later moment. But is this the moment that you start hitting the monkey, or do you go chip damage on that? No, goes for the monkey, but managed to resist. So this Oliver's not going to be taking any useful turns for a little bit of time right now.
Let's see if the monkey decides to go for the stun on him. Is the only unit without What? He's gone for the Village Jewel. It's big damage coming out now.
That is really big damage, and I can see a world where the monkey plus the Julian take it back home, because the Julian is just so hard to see and so hard to kill.
Ooh.
Whereas the monkey, also an additional turn on that Julian, will take out that Valley Jewel, and we have just the skill 2 coming up.
He's piling
to land it.
He's piling the damage into the Julian then now, say.
Yeah, but the thing is, you can't really kill the Julian, because it's just going to be constantly, like if you have multi-hits like an Atna, you can pile all the damage onto the Julian. But you can't really kill a Julian that easily next to a monkey that just keeps healing. And OBABO knows that, so just the monkey and the Julian take it completely back for ISMOO right here.
Yeah, ISMOO managing to take that 1-0 lead against Daddy OBABO in this matchup. Say, the monkey was doing monkey business and partnered with that Julian, just couldn't get the health down enough, right?
Yeah, absolutely. It was just very difficult to get that monkey down. And at some point, it looked very in a favorable match for OBABO, where he just locked down a few of those units, got a few additional turns, locking those down even more. But the moment that Oliver starts missing 1 or 2 of his cycling, it just makes the cooldowns of Oliver that long, and it's very hard to come back at that point, especially if you still have to try to control a monkey as well.
Yeah, exactly. Etna, is it still an option for OBABO going into this one? So it was squishy in the end in the answer to Julian and Mei Huan, but we know how well ruined it can be on the side of OBABO. Yonhong is back in the frame as well for ISMOO in this next draft.
Yeah, let's see. We do have the Athena being respected ban, and we have the Gianna being respected ban. So let's see what the two gentlemen would like to pick on this. Is ISMOO still going to go back to a Vanessa kind of style of draft? Because in this case, he could have the Nefties plus the Yonhong in one match.
Let's see if he decides to lock in a speed lead early, deciding against it and going for a cigar then. Did provide a lot of work in the end for him in that last set, say. OBABO, are we going to see another Velojul coming out?
Yeah, we could see comfortable picks with Chandra Velojul, but in the end, we have seen that a Fire Monkey Julian combination can pretty much take out multiple of those units, so it is something you have to keep in mind. Actually, it goes for a Hey Gang right now, and then a Velojul, so definitely still a lot of protection in those early few picks, and then from there we're going to see where does the damage come from.
Exactly, not really signaling anything to his opponent in ISMOO in this case. Still has those 3 picks left, and ISMOO can look to also pick some comfortable units, getting a Chandra in and getting that Yonhong as well.
Yeah, let's see what OBABO does against it this time, because he knows he's probably going to be outsped. He doesn't have any speed leads yet. He doesn't have any 115 base units yet, or any speed awakening units yet on the field. He could be looking at locking them in, but his most favorite out of all of those, the Athena, is currently pre-banned. So does still go for a speed lead, and is picking up that Dark Monkey, the Zhongshang Lao, which has recently been buffed to be a lot more consistent on his stuns on that skill 3.
Yeah, he still has it, and technically there might be a Han as well to get another speed lead in there as well. So let's see how ISMOO looks to respond then right now. He, like we've said before, very big box.
Yeah, a lot of units going in. You could definitely be going back to maybe that Fire Monkey, maybe even the Julian over here. But decides to go for Pontus, does only see 1 AoE strip and a few single target strips on the side of OBABO. So does go for Pontus, does want to lock in another speed lead, but goes back to that Fire Monkey that we have seen do formidable work for him in the previous round.
Yeah, if he stays on the field long enough and the match goes on, so the damage is going through the roof, managing to take out that Velojul pretty swiftly. Let's find out how OBABO wants to respond here then, say, going for potentially a must ban for the side of ISMOO.
Very interesting ban, or a very interesting pick over here, because if you have a Juno, then the ban is a little bit more open and a little bit more flexible. Now it's very locked into, if the Yonhong is on the field, Athena should not be on the field, and vice versa. So it's really about those two units, which stays on, or are both going to be leaving this match.
Let's see. This is where the mind games start. Can ISMOO extend that lead to a 2-0? Or can OBABO already look to try and sweep back now, to the amazement of the fans? We've got Yonhong being banned, and we've got Oliver taking out that speed lead and the high base speed unit from both the sides. Likely will be taking the speed lead from ISMOO. I'm not sure which one he will decide to take. OBABO on the side, maybe the fire HP lead.
Accuracy lead, those are the 2 main options. Yeah, you could go for attack on the Hey Gang, at least I think he has that, but that is not helping you out too much. Goes for the HP lead, does have enough accuracy on his units, so let's see how that would work out.
It is here, our Europe preliminary low round 1 between ISMOO and OBABO. ISMOO 1-0 up at the moment. Songyu will be going first.
It goes first, but does it have enough damage to kill a Pontus? Or is the Pontus maybe a Sonya trap? Goes for the Cigar, but Cigar was the fastest on the side of ISMOO. They do a good amount of damage, and there's not really any healing on the side of ISMOO, so it does help out a little bit, but Cigar takes the next turn. Are you gonna go for that Monkey? Does go for the Velajul.
Goes for the Velajul, and Haegang's going to be following up straight after the Velajul. Maybe defense?
Yeah, if you go for the defense break right now, it's very easy to take out that Cigar, but you have to keep in mind that there's still a defense. That is your only form of sustain that's out there. However, there is just too much damage coming in with that Monkey moving next. Managed to stun all of the units, but Pontus doing Pontus things.
Pontos coming back again, playing well for that up here before in that last set right now. Can get some slows out as well right now, and Monkey's going to get online.
Yeah, we're gonna have a Monkey against the Monkey battle, but this Monkey does want to take its victory. Hitting that Sonya, cleanly taking it out. AoE silence from that Pontus. It's going to be taking a lot of time for OBABO to get back some skills.
Definitely is, and with silences as well, even an additional turn won't be helping too much, and stuns and defense breaks potentially coming out. That Monkey is going to be going down soon.
Yeah, the Monkey's going to be going down very soon, but that's all the work of the Monkey on the other side, and he does know it. Does get the additional turn to get rid of the armor break he so much did not want to have on that Monkey, but there's also an additional turn on that Pontus, which gets Pontus very close to another round of skill 3.
Yeah, he's going to be throwing up invincibility very soon, and damage from Chandra still coming in. Is Monkey going to even nearly be enough? Gets the stun.
Gets the stun once again. Velajul, you have to do a little bit of additional turns over here as well to protect your team, but can't manage to do it. And we have this Monkey taking out his brother with just a simple skill 1 would definitely take it out over here.
Deciding to maybe read a little bit there then, but knowing that Pontos is coming around, Chandra's going to be able to cycle through.
And Pontus once again taking an additional turn. AoE silence almost across the board. Just the Haegang doesn't have it. But Haegang is stunned in the process. And we have a Monkey doing a lot of Monkey business in the form of a Meiho Wang here on the field.
Yeah, Chandra is going to be cleaning that up. Not in this case. ISMOO taking that 2-0 advantage against OBABO. Say now, obviously, Pontos had something to say in that match. But again, Meiho Wang on the field against OBABO has come clutch for ISMOO this time, right?
Yeah, absolutely. The moment that there's just 1 or 2 wind units on the enemy side, Meiho Wang pretty much already fits. It's just one of those units that can always do so well. Can perform some miracles against water as well, which just like wins a 1v1 against the Chow, against the Camilla. We have seen it happen. It's just one of those units, the moment that it is full stacked, especially with these good rune qualities that these two players have over here. Fire Monkey is just very dangerous, so it might be something that OBABO could be looking at for maybe stealing in like a slot 3 or 4, or maybe even in the 2 already.
Now let's find out, because we've got pre-bans that have come in right now. Haegang and Yonhong. OBABO not wanting that Yonhong on the field in the similar position last time. He did pick that Etna first, say, but seeing the damage that Meiho Wang can be doing throughout the match, is it still a good pick for him?
I think it's still a good, comfortable pick, but actually the size against it goes for a steal on that Vanessa. On the other side, we therefore also see steal on a Velajul. Does he also go for the Velajul Cigar?
Let's find out. He's got a few more seconds in order to work that out. He's going to be locking it in then, the Velajul and the Cigar, getting those provokes, pushbacks, everything around. How can OBABO respond here? He's got that speed lead already, say. Are you partnering up again with another fast unit?
I would say if OBABO goes for a Fire Monkey right now with maybe even a Seimei, it looks like a very early draft for those 2 units, but in general it is very good against the Cigar, it is very good against the Velajul, because you counteract with a lot of the things that they normally do. The provokes are starting to heal you, the invisibility is not there, but OBABO decides to go for a different kind of monkey, locks in the Dark Monkey, the Songchalao, with the Han.
Yep, we're seeing an instant response from ISMOO, then getting his own speed lead. The Water Twin Angels say, those monsters have not been having such a fun time in our Europe preliminaries at the moment. Only a 35% win rate out of 18 sets that they've been played. Partnering up with the Gianna, though, that could be dangerous.
Yeah, that could be absolutely dangerous. I really like the combination of the Water Twins Angels with the Gianna, because that gives you the possibility of Gianna being violent and then the Twins Angels just boosting it up. Plus, on that armor break or that strip that you provided before that, you can drop that bomb as well. So very strong combination right there. Let's see how OBABO wants to react on that. Normally, I would definitely like to lock in a Haegang right now, but that is banned at this moment. Once again, goes back to that Sonya. Let's see what he pairs it up with. A Dark Robo.
It looks like a very typical, I would say, OBABO draft there, with the dark units and the speed leads coming in at the moment. Say, is there a revive on the card for ISMOO?
Well, it's interesting to say. I would say that you're probably looking at something along the lines of a speed lead, but that is also swift. And the only unit that comes to mind right now that would fit both of these roles is either a Moor or a Chiwu. I would say a Chiwu is probably better in slot over here, but it's probably also something that not a lot of people, unless you use it a lot, is runed up at the moment.
Let's find out then. The ban's likely to be coming in very soon. Say, is Sonya going to be respected once again in EU prelims?
I definitely do think that Sonya has to be respected, because you do not want to use a Moor into a Sonya, because that's just free attack bar for that Sonya all the time, every time.
Yeah, it definitely will be. The bans have come in. We've got the Water Twin Angels and we've got Vanessa. Still a speed lead on both sides for ISMOO and OBABO. Can OBABO look to do a reverse sweep in our match 2, set 3, or will ISMOO take it home through to the next round? Says Sonya. Is there another trap around?
Oh, you have to deal damage on this Gianna, but Gianna does have a speed lead. Could be very tanky right here. That is a super tanky Gianna, but also only managed to do 22k, and that is because Gianna was very fast, but also had that speed lead. But we have the monkeys to say something about it. However, he would have to first armor break and then get the additional turn, and therefore he didn't go right away for the stun, because he does know that otherwise that Villager would just simply cleanse that off.
Yeah, it's looking like an uphill battle now for OBABO with those provokes and the full team pushback as well. Villager can just look to cleanse and allow more to come in with a skill 2. Is there some damage coming out?
Yeah, you definitely have to be chipping out a little bit of damage. You still have to be careful that Han could additional turn and deal a lot of damage. That Gianna is not on additional damage artifacts that much. It's just really focusing on surviving that, which he did very formidable during that first turn. But there's just a lot of stunts going on the side of ISMOO right now.
It is, and none of the additional turns go in the way of OBABO there. And he can look to try and confirm a kill, land a bomb, and go maybe for the Han already.
Yeah, you could go for the Han, just simply taking it out. Monkey is also having a bomb right now. The Sonya will have a bomb. I think that Sonya will be taken down with just that bomb. And that Monkey is not going to be here for that long as well, where he can't really take his next turn.
Exactly, we've got it down, Sonya, and immunity on the side of ISMOO is going to make it difficult there for OBABO with a bomb coming off the next round. Any additional turn will likely kill that Monkey, and no more Monkey business coming through for OBABO there. Got the skill 3, we get the stun and the additional turn. It's not going to be helpful right now as he's down to that Robo.
It is Robo against the world right now. If there is perfect cycling and perfect despair stunts throughout, it definitely could be a possibility of winning it. But you would have to start with a skill 2, and it's very unlikely for it actually to happen. So in this case, we see OBABO lose, and that is a victory for ISMOO with a 3-0.